Hello and welcome to Talk of Thrones, the show where I discuss Game of Thrones related content. Now, if you've had a look at my channel, you'll know that I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. I'm also a fan of strategy games such as the Total War games, Supreme Commander, and Crusader Kings. Now, since we may never get a real Game of Thrones strategy game, I thought I might tell you guys about a couple of mods to other strategy games that help to simulate a Westerosi strategy experience. I'll be talking about Westeros Total War mod for Medieval 2 Total War and the Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings 2. Let's not waste any time and get right into it, and we're kicking off this by talking about the Westeros Total War mod for Medieval 2 Total War. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played much of this mod lately, but from what I have played, it's a damn good mod. This mod places more emphasis on the combat part of Game of Thrones. Think of it as commanding kick-ass battles such as Blackwater or the Trident. In this, you manage the affairs of state on a turn-based campaign map that mimics Westeros. When it comes time for combat, you take control of battles in real time with hundreds upon thousands of 3D troops. The real draw of this game, just like any other Total War game, is the real-time battles. What I really appreciate about this is that there is so much attention to detail. If you're playing as a Stark, you'll see the various northern sigils on banners and shields. You'll get to see the vassal sigils such as the Mormont Bear, the Manderley Mermaid, and the Giant of House Umber. It's attention to detail that really makes this mod for me. You get to play as any one of the great houses: Greyjoy, Lannister, Baratheon, Stark, Tully. You get the idea. There are also other sub-mods which let you play as houses before Aegon's conquest, such as House Gardner, who were kings in the Reach before the Tyrells, House Bolton when they had their own Red Kingdom, and House Yonwood in Northern Dawn. You can even play through events such as Aegon's conquest and Robert's Rebellion with this mod. The general characters are characters from the TV show such as Jaime, Edmure, and Loras, who also have the abilities of other Total War generals. The only two downsides is that there is no Essos map, which may be a bummer for some. There's also no game-changing weapons such as Wildfire or Dragons. Both were instrumental to Tyrion and Aegon's victories respectively. Also, this mod doesn't capture the political scheming of the show or the books, and places more of an emphasis on combat, even though you can still marry female characters for alliances. Now let's discuss the Crusader Kings 2 Game of Thrones mod. Now this is a mod for the 2012 game Crusader Kings 2. It's a game set in medieval Europe. This Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings 2 sees you playing as any character from any house, great or small. Everyone from the Starks to the Yonwoods. You can even play as factions from Essos such as Meereen and Qarth. Hell, you can even play as the Summer Islanders. This mod also has way more book characters such as Willis and Garland Tyrell, Arianne, and Sir Courtney Penrose. It also places more emphasis on scheming rather than all-out combat. Rather than slay Joffrey with an army, you can get characters such as Lord Baelish, Ser Dantos, and Lady Olenna to participate in a scheme. I like this mod because it places more of an emphasis on scheming rather than all-out combat. Keep in mind that only 2 episodes in this series so far have actually dedicated their entire runtime to a battle. It also places more of an emphasis on diplomacy. For example, if your biggest rival is House Bolton, you can get friendly with House Umber and ask them to go to war with Boltons, while you focus on your main goal of killing Joffrey. Then you can get House Umber to attack House Stark, thereby the Umbers rule the North, securing a marriage alliance with them, and you'll have the entire North at your beck and call. It's scenarios like this that really make this mod enjoyable for me, in that there are so many ways to go about achieving your own personal objectives. There are also no set objectives. It's like a beautiful combination of a Song of Ice and Fire, Crusader Kings 2, and a sandbox game. Hell, there's even a feature you can hire a sellsword company if you're rich enough. You can play from various time periods in the game such as Aegon's Conquest, the War of Five Kings, the Greyjoy Rebellion, and the Feast for Crows, which happens after the War of the Five Kings. As much as I love this mod, I can't recommend it for people who haven't read the books, because there are some spoilers, or people who are not into grand strategy games. I also can't recommend this mod for those who are into the combat side of strategy games, because there isn't much combat as there is scheming. The last mod I want to touch on is the mod of Ice and Fire for Civilization 5, one of my favorite strategy games of all time. This mod is great, and it's for Civ 5. It's very authentic, and it mostly includes show characters, unlike the Crusader Kings 2 mod. There's also a playable Wildling Civ and a Night's Watch City-State, and it's relatively easy to play, so if you aren't into grand strategy games, definitely check this one out. And if you want a Game of Thrones mod, definitely check this mod out as well. So those are some Game of Thrones mods for strategy games. Have I introduced you to something new? The links for the mods are in the description below. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye!